All right. Oh, one other thing from that article that caught my attention. So Victor often calls the three lines. So backing up even further. Okay. Sometimes on phones, instead of words, they use those pictures, the hieroglyphic things. And there's the three dots, like an ellipses, which is pretty understandable, but there's the three lines that for a long time my brain just would like ignore them, and it took a really long time for me to get used to the idea that that's like a list, and then you would call it a sandwich or a sandwich board or
Yeah,
something.
I referred to it as like, yeah, a sandwich or a burger or whatever you want to
Side
call it.
note, this
But that was just like
article
a small.
this article called it a hamburger, and I
Yeah.
thought that was interesting because I'd never heard that, and I'm like, it doesn't look at all like a hamburger. Hamburgers have curves on the top, and this is three straight lines, and there are lots of things that have three straight lines, but a hamburger is not one of them.
It is specifically a menu list. Like that's what it is. Like depicting is just just a menu, right? So, but it's taking that idea of menu and compacting it into
Trying to make it into a visual cue
yeah.
that hopefully for those that are visually inclined, it
And then sometimes they have the three dots up on top of
which
each
just
other.
means more. An ellipses like means that there's something omitted, there's something more, and so that makes sense to me. But the three lines, like,
Because that the
it
three
took a
lines is
while. I
often
get
used as like a main menu, while the three dots are used as like a sub menu. So like if you Google Gmail is actually a good example of this. On the left side, you have where you want to see your inboxes. You can hide that, and it'll be three menus. But then when you're in an email and then you want to reply, they also have the three dots next to it to show that there's more to that, instead of using the same menu button to show that there's a drop down there. So usually the three lines are kind of like the overarching menu for the program, and then the three dots are for like an individual action that you're working on.
fair enough.
That's general rule. Every program has its own rules, but typically the way like the world works helps create this guideline of how
It is nice
apps
when there's
work.
consistency. And so, again, now that I've gotten used to the three lines, and I think having a label, you calling it a sandwich, I've now, whenever I see it, I say, oh, it's a sandwich.
Yeah.
And I can at least associate that. But before that, I was like, this. An M would be more helpful to me because the M stands for menu, but it's fine. I'm getting used to it, and I know it can be more efficient space-wise, especially for pictures. Some pictures, but again, once if they get so that there is a consistent, more universal representation of icons, I think that's part of my problem with emojis at this point too. Is there's a lot of ambiguity in emojis, and so many people, like, there are those social new meanings for some of them. I'm definitely not up on all of that, and
Yeah,
it's kind of
emojis are a bit
confusing.
weird because there's essentially, I'd say, two different emoji meanings depending on who you're talking to. You
Well,
have
at
the
least two.
yeah, well, there's other people that come up with some random reason of why they do it, but there's generally two populations of people. There's people that use emojis all the time, and then there's people that don't use emojis.
But
Really.
seldom do.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seldom do. And they have different dialects in their emoji uses
Right.
between the two, but they're pretty consistent within those two realms. So like a person that uses emojis all the time, they have a very like their emoji meanings between each person that use them are going to be pretty similar. But it will be very different from somebody that doesn't use emojis that often. But between the people that don't use emojis that often, they actually tend to have a very similar meaning.
I wouldn't
Them.
bifurcate the division here. I would say it's a much bigger
That's
difference
in general.
people.
Like,
Sure.
yeah, there's gonna be some
Sure.
outliers here and there, but
Yeah,
in
no,
general.
but I'm meaning even things like the brown swirl. A lot of people think that it means poo, but
like
it was
100%
intended
of
to
the
mean
yeah.
chocolate ice cream.
But not 100% of the people. And now even in the
Not
official
100.
even in the official
Really?
emoji
They
movie.
changed it?
Yeah, even in the official emoji movie, it is
All
poop.
right.
I think it was also acted by Patrick Stewart. Or Patrick Stewart.
Oh, I don't.
He was a poop. If I'm not mistaken. I haven't watched the movie
Yeah.
myself, but I'm pretty sure that was